Good morning and thanks for sticking with us here on 23 ABC News at 6:30. I'm Jada Montemorano.
And I'm Tim Callahan in for Mike Hart. We want to get right to that breaking news as we talked about. Interstate 5, the northbound side of the highway, still shut down after a tanker truck carrying nitric acid caught fire early this morning.
We do know that one lane now of the northbound is open. It's moving slowly. They're letting those trucks get on through there, but that one lane is closed for an unknown amount of time. But 23 ABC's Natalie Tarangioli has been at that scene monitoring the traffic situation. Natalie, what's the latest?
Yeah, Tim and Jada, it's a little bit of a different scene out here after one lane opened about 15 minutes ago. That tanker fire was just about 2,000 feet up there. That's why we're this far away, because it was carrying 40,000 feet of nitric acid. And so we're going to zoom in and try to give you a closer look over there. That fire has since been out. That caught fire a couple hours ago. We're on the northbound side near 166. And now one lane did reopen. All the cars that were backed up here on I-5 were able to get through. So they were backed up here for over an hour. Now it's still closed at the 99-5 split. That's why no other cars have been here since. Hazmat crews are still on scene up there where that tanker truck spilled, because that nitric acid is harmful to inhale and to just be around. Now we're not sure how much spilled or if that's going to affect the roadway. Maybe that is why the road is going to be closed for some time. They're just going to be assessing that situation there. And we're going to update you as we learn the latest. And so if you're trying to get in and out of town here, northbound traffic is going to be rerouted on Highway 99. That's why you don't see anyone here on the I-5. Motorists will have to exit on 223 in Arvin. And if you're heading south, southbound traffic will have to exit Highway 166 and jump on over to the I-5 from the 99. I'm reporting live just south of Fort Tejon. Natalie Tarangioli, 23 ABC.
All right, now thanks for that. So it looks like they let that first wave of traffic through, but the split is still closed.
Yeah,
so.
all the stuck people got by, and now they're not going to let more traffic through. Just because, like she said, they're still assessing the situation. Did this damage the roadway, the soil? How bad is it? It really seems like a mess there. So here's that closure. You see it stretching northbound 5 from the split there up to Copus Road. Some people are taking Copus Road. That's a much smaller and slower road. So like she was mentioning, the 99 is a good way to get around this. You see all of the traffic there on both directions here as we are looking at the 5 and 99 split. Coming up to the 223, that is open to get you east and westbound from there instead of taking the 166 like usual to go toward Taft or Maricopa. You're going to have to go a little further north. Here in Bakersfield, though, just some commute slowing on Rosedale. No big crashes or slowing for us, which is good news. And look at that sunrise. We're at 51, completely clear, very quiet. We could have some high thin clouds coming through today, but plenty of sunshine and stability taking us close to the 80s this afternoon, well above average. I do have those 80s for the end of the weekend. Easter, more on that forecast coming up.
All right, Lynn, thanks for that. The man accused of shooting and killing another man in East Bakersfield back in December due in court today. Bakersfield police saying 19-year-old Guillermo Soto opened fire near Heritage Park on Mount Vernon Avenue and Bernard Street on the morning of December 9th, killing a man and wounding a woman. Soto facing multiple felony charges, including assault with a firearm and on a person and first-degree murder. He's being held on $2 million bail and due in court at 9 a.m. this morning. And 2 people accused of a deadly stabbing in East Bakersfield last October in court today. 32-year-old Dylan Dina and 39-year-old Mary Holmes responsible, police say, for the death of 48-year-old Jeffrey Woodford. Bakersfield police say Woodford was found suffering from stab wounds to the abdomen in the roadway on Union Avenue and Loma Linda Drive. He died at that scene. Dina and Holmes both facing first-degree murder and second-degree robbery charges. They're set to be in court at 9 a.m. this morning.
Now to a theft that was all caught on camera, and now the victim asking for answers. Shafter police looking for 2 men that managed to steal cash, credit cards, and more from a woman right under her nose. 23 ABC's Alyssa Flores giving us a closer look into how it happened.
It's kind of shocking. I was more mad than anything because I was right there.
That was Sayuri Mendoza's reaction when she realized 2 men managed to steal from her when she was only steps away. Saturday afternoon, Mendoza was working at her family's Shafter store, El Dorado on Central Avenue. These 2 men walked in together. The man in the blue distracts Mendoza, asking her to help him find shoes in his size. Mendoza can be seen in the surveillance video assisting him. Meanwhile, the man in the white spots her purse behind the counter.
He started reaching over to see what there was
and takes it.
He slowly It's the wallet.
Over an hour later, Mendoza received a notification from her bank that her account had been overdrafted. The most recent transaction, a gas station in Bakersfield.
That's when I instantly looked at the cameras, and yeah, they were right there.
Thieves making off with $100 cash, several debit and credit cards, and Mendoza's passport.
They could have taken whatever they wanted. They could have taken so many things.
Mendoza says above all, she's glad to be safe.
I'm actually happy I had like other customers with me, because if I was completely like alone, I don't know what could have happened. Anything could have happened.
She hopes Shafter police are able to put a stop to the thieves before they strike again.
I just want them to get caught. I really don't care if I don't get my stuff back, as long as they get caught, so they won't do that to other people.
If you have any information on the theft, contact Shafter Police at 746-8500. In Shafter, Alyssa Flores, 23 ABC.
Nationwide organization may feel effects of Toys R Us closing down its doors, and now our local chapter is asking for some help. James Hollingsworth is a volunteer for the Kern River Valley branch of Toys for Tots. He says the charity is put on by the Marine Corps Reserve with the goal of getting Christmas gifts to underprivileged kids. Toys for Tots has been working with Toys R Us to get these toys, but now with Toys R Us closing, it may be not happening. Toys R Us gives them the money, and the fate is uncertain.
We get toys to about 1,000 kids every year. If it doesn't look like it's going to happen, I'll have to shut it down, and there won't be a Toys for Tots up here, which will kind of break my heart.
The Toys for Tots volunteers are hoping that the community will come together to keep this charity alive and well.
Another story we're following this morning, the Kern County Board of Supervisors expected to go before a judge with their plans for redrawing district boundaries today. 23
ABC's Emma Lockhart is in studio now with more details on what we can expect today. Emma.
Tim, Jada, this hearing comes after the Board of Supervisors held a special closed-door meeting on Monday in downtown Bakersfield. The public has not seen the proposed new lines yet. The need to redraw boundary lines comes from a federal judge in Fresno who ruled the county violated the U.S. Voting Rights Act back in 2011 when they drew district lines that essentially diluted the voting power of Latinos living in Kern County. The judge ordered the plaintiffs in the case and the county to come up with a plan to redraw the boundary lines, or the judge will do it for them. The board is expected to meet at 8:30 this morning. Tim and Jada, back to you.